is directed by Adam Wingard. It is written by Eric Pearson, Zach Shields, Mike Daltrey, Max Borstein, Eric Pearson, and of course, Terry Russo. It is a continuation of Godzilla King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island, and Godzilla 2014. The movie stars Millie Bobby Brown, Alexander Skarsgård, Rebecca Hall, Eliza Gonzalez, Dimitri Bakar, Kyle Chandler, Julian Denson, I believe his name is, the little boy from Deadpool 2. And it also stars, of course, Brian Henry. And it is a massive, massive movie. Massive. I mean, it's a massive movie. I mean, massive is in, like, there's lots of buildings and stuff falling down, and it is a huge movie, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? This movie is a big movie, okay? I've said it before, but it's huge. This movie's a big summer blockbuster, okay? Like, too bad I didn't like it as much. I wanted to like this movie. I really did. In fact, I waited until I got this shirt, okay? I waited until I got this shirt, a Godzilla vs. Kong shirt from Hot Topic. I went there, I paid $20 for the shirt, which now I'm regretting. Because I'm like, well, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I like the shirt, and I like Godzilla and Kong. I just didn't like this movie. It's fine. I mean, and look, I have a Kong figure right here from Godzilla vs. Kong. I did not know he was going to be the protagonist of the movie when I got him. I literally got him in, like, January 1st, 2021. I did not know. Did not know he was going to be the protagonist. Like, I like Godzilla. I'm just a big Kong fan. I love King Kong. I love the 2005 movie, and I love the 2017 movie. And I even like the 1970s movie, which I know a lot of people hate that movie. But I love it, you know, and I'm a big King Kong guy. And I was not a biggest Godzilla fan. I mean, I have the original 1930s movie, or is it 1960? It's 1954 movie. I have that movie. I have the Matthew Broderick movie, which is god-awful. On 4K even, too. That's even bad. I have it on 4K. Yeah. I also have the 2014 movie on 4K, and I also have it on Blu-ray. I have King of the Monsters, and that's probably about it of the much of Godzilla movies I have. But, you know, I mean, I'm not a biggest Godzilla fan. Like, I have a friend who's a huge, massive fan, and he even said this movie was a letdown. He said he liked moments in this movie, but he said, yeah, if you're a Godzilla fan, you're going to be disappointed in this movie sorely. Because Godzilla's barely in this movie, okay? Like, it should be called Kong versus Godzilla, or Kong and the Hollow Earthers enter Godzilla. Like, look, I'm going to tell you, okay, spoilers, there's going to be a lot of spoiler review in this movie, but if you're a Hollow Earther, you're going to love this movie. If you are not a Hollow Earther, you're going to be very upset with this movie. Like, literally, I was sitting there watching this, the comfort of my home, and I was just thinking, actually, I went and watched it first. I watched it at the comfort of my home, then I watched it with my aunt and them. And I was more upset watching it at my aunt's than I was watching it from the comfort of my home. More or less because I'm just thinking, some of this plot does not make sense at all. Like, it's almost like it expects you to watch, like, it's basically, and it tries to justify science at first. Then it tries to justify magic as well. Like, there's science, and then it says, oh, alright, this is science, now trust magic. And I'm just like, okay, first off, you want us to trust science, okay? And then you want us to trust magic? Like, what? Pick a freaking side and choose it, okay? You want to be magic or you want to be science? Which one? Don't try to turn the audience and say, look, this movie is going to be like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Like, with lots of science, you know? And then you become like Transformers, you know, freaking, with, what's that one, the worst one is Last Night. It's, like, you become Transformers Last Night, okay? Like, you're basically saying, okay, you're going from 2001: A Space Odyssey to frickin' Star Wars in like 10 seconds without even telling your audience. And you're just basically like, I'm sitting there watching this going, okay, like, alright, I'm going on a rant here, okay? But, like, I'm seriously, okay? I just want to say this before. I'm going to try to say the good things I liked about this movie, but then I'm going to go to the bad and the verdict. But it's not going to be a great review because I did not like this movie. Like, I was watching this movie going, this is probably my least favorite Versus movie ever made. Like, Freddy vs. Jason, I always thought was one of the worst Versus movies ever. But no, this movie looks like, Freddy vs. Jason looks like Citizen Kane compared to this movie. Okay, like, I was thinking, I would rather watch Freddy vs. Jason. Like, if literally someone hacked into my TV and put Freddy vs. Jason on this, I would have probably watched that and enjoyed it more. Much more. Like, it's not even really a versus movie, okay? Like, it's more or less Kong getting his ass whooped every time Godzilla sees him. And Godzilla's barely in the freaking movie. So, I mean, really... Alright, and like the Hollow Earthers is really freaking bullshit. Okay, like literally, I bet you all the Hollow Earthers in the audience are watching going, "Oh my god, they're referencing us! We're not crackpots anymore! Jeremy, did you say it? We're not crackpots anymore! Oh my god! He just said Hollow Earth! Oh! I'm coming in my pants! Oh! You know, just sitting there watching us going, this is the stupidest subplot ever in a movie. Like, at least, like, I would not be upset. I mean, because Hollow Earth, I mean, look, okay, look, I'll follow you on this. I'll follow you, okay? Like, I'm kind of questioning now if one of the screenwriters actually believe the Hollow Earth theory, which is like, I believe it. You know what? I'm going to put this in my movie. Watch. Warner Bros. Probably just like, why the hell is there a Hollow Earth story up there? And they're like, just go with it. Trust me, okay? It's a huge thing about King Kong. Really? Yeah, it's in the backstory. I didn't see it in the 1930s film. It's in there. Where? It's deep in there, okay? Just shut up and watch the movie, okay? Okay. But anyway, yeah, but the movie, some parts of the movie feel like just don't even, it reminded me of Transformers The Last Night meets G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. And I'm just thinking, these are some stupid movies to borrow from. Like, you could have picked any movie, and you borrowed from the worst two movies of their series. Like, seriously? Like, really? I'm gonna try. I know I'm ranting right now, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna come back to the Hollow Earth crap. I'm gonna come back. I'm just gonna tell you the good things I like about this. Okay? I liked the cast. So most of the cast is pretty great. Okay? I like Millie Bobby Brown. I think she's a fantastic actor. I loved her in King of the Monsters. I actually wished she would have been... She's not really the star of the movie. Like, Skarsgård's the star of the movie. You know, the Hollow Earther guy. You know, she's really more of a subplot. Like, there's A plot and B plot. A plot's with Kong and all of, like, in the Hollow Earth bullshit. While she's B plot, where she and Brian Henry and the little boy from Deadpool 2 are all running around. Like, they're in, like, this underground conspiracy about they're building another Godzilla, but it's like Mecha Godzilla, and they're gonna basically try to like do Pacific Rim crap, which I actually didn't mind it. I was like, so they're gonna they're causing Godzilla to go crazy, and they're gonna basically bring Godzilla here, and they're gonna use Mecha Godzilla to kill Godzilla. And I'm like, all right, I'm on board with this. You know, I'm like, I could see. I mean, that's not a bad idea. You know, I mean, Batman versus Superman kind of a similar freaking idea, but you know. I mean, I thought about Batman versus Superman a lot, because it's like, okay, Lex Luthor uses Doomsday to kill Superman. They're using Mechagodzilla to kill Godzilla, and I'm just thinking, and then like, and then Doomsday turns against Lex Luthor, just like Mechagodzilla turns against them, and I'm just like, Warner Brothers really must love Batman versus Superman, because they borrowed the same freaking plot idea, used it in another movie that's versus. I was just thinking that, going, huh. And I just want to say the credit goes to my friend Adam. He's the one that pointed that out to me, because I didn't think about that until he said that. He goes, you know, I was like, you're right. I was like, what? But yeah, I like the Mechagodzilla. And also, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, Mechagodzilla is actually controlled by Neuralink through the head of King Ghidorah, King Ghidorah. Is like, you know, because apparently one of his heads was bit off at the end of Godzilla, you know, King of the Monsters, and so they're using the skull of it to, like, crystal skull it, you know, and it's running a Neuralink, and it takes over and becomes Mechagodzilla and kills him, which I actually thought that was a pretty interesting plot twist. I was like, that's actually an interesting plot twist. I'll watch that. And so I'm sitting there watching it going, alright, and, like, when Mechagodzilla was actually, to me, a much better subplot, like, that would have been the whole movie, I would have been happy with it. You know, and honestly, they should have kept out the trailers. That would have been a much better plot twist in the movie. Like, if I had not known Mechagodzilla was in the movie, I would have been so much happier. Also, I thought Brian Henry's actually a pretty good character. Running around like a crazy conspiracy theorist. I thought that was freaking awesome. King Kong, I liked moments of Kong in the movie. Like, I liked when Godzilla was teaming up with Kong to destroy Mechagodzilla. I thought that was clever. I also thought it was pretty cool, the fight scene on the helicarrier. Like I thought that was, or was it is it the helicarrier, or am I thinking that from Avengers? Is the ship carrier? Like I thought that was that fight scene at the sea was pretty good. I thought that was pretty good, even though he gets his ass whipped in the whole freaking movie. Every time he fights Godzilla, he gets his ass whipped, and I'm just like, they're just bitch slapping King Kong and making us watch, But still, I enjoyed it, like the fight scene, even the one. I love when they fought, like, and I love watching, like, in there all the buildings falling down, and when they fight Mecha Godzilla, and then there's the fight scene, like, even the fight scene with him and Godzilla at night, I thought was pretty clever. I will say, Adam Wingard did a great job directing the movie, and there is a scene, like, I actually appreciated, though, that the fight scene between, okay, all right, this is a clever idea, I thought, was like, all right, there is a night scene, okay, that him and Godzilla fight at night, but then during the day, like, because the sun comes up and everything, Mecha Godzilla shows up and everything, and the fight scene's during the day, so I'm like, that's 3 different ideas, and I'm like, that is a clever, he didn't just, like, because, like, in Batman vs. Superman, Batman and Superman fight at night, and then they fight Doomsday at night, so I was like, okay, same thing, it's just different locations, but in this movie, they kind of, which is no disrespect to Zack Snyder at all, I'm just saying that's what, it's like, at night, it's like, there's a different time of day, like, it's like, if you notice, the fight scene between King Kong and Godzilla was, like, evening, so it was, like, or dawn, and so it's, like, there were 3 different time periods of the movie where they fight, which I thought was pretty great, not time periods, but, time zones type thing, like, evening, dawn, and then, like, night, day, and I'm like, that's pretty clever. I will say, that actually made me appreciate that more, because it's not just, like, it wasn't just like, oh, he fought Godzilla, and then also Mecha Godzilla shows up and goes, what's up? Who wants some? What? You want some? I'm gonna bitch slap you, Godzilla. Whoo, whoo, whoo. It wasn't like that, Although Mecha Godzilla and Godzilla, I'm like, I was really surprised, like, when Mecha Godzilla shows up and beats up Godzilla and stuff, I'm just thinking, King Kong's not gonna save him. King Kong, he whipped King Kong's ass. Okay, it's like if you're in prison and you beat up, this guy, and you're the big dog and someone beats you up. You think the guy you just beat up is gonna come help you, even though someone? They kind of motivated Kong, like the little girl, the death girl. I thought that subplot was cool, because I will say that's also another plot I liked about the movie. Okay. But, yeah, I will say, though, yeah, I thought, I didn't buy the Kong team up, even though I understood the scene context. I just didn't buy that, I was like, but, I did like the 3-way fight, though. But I will say, I like that Kong has, like, a female, that's something he loves in the movie. Like, he had, like, in the original 1930s Kong, he had Anne, and in the 2005 one, he had Naomi Watts as Anne. And I thought in the 2017 one, he kind of had Brie Larson, but really it was on his own, so, yeah, so really you could say, yeah, he had Brie Larson, but really it wasn't, he was on his own. So I didn't really feel no connection with Kong in that movie. They tried to shove a night scene in Kong's and that would kind of you can root for him in his way, but I'm just like, I didn't buy it. But in this one, I actually felt, because this little girl, Death Girl, that she had a connection to Kong, and I actually respected that connection. I thought that was unique, and I appreciated that. And so I was watching that going, oh, I appreciate that. I like that they're trying to have connection to the original, where he has a female that he loves in this movie, and I really appreciated that. There's even a cool scene where Kong sits on a throne. I thought that was pretty cool, even though it was a part of a bullshit plot. I thought that was a really cool scene, though. I will say, though, yeah, that was a really great thing, and I also like Junkie XL's score. Junkie XL can make a fantastic score. Like, fun fact, okay, Junkie XL actually wrote the Godzilla score a long time ago, just for shits and giggles. And then when Warner Bros. Was thinking about hiring for this movie, he actually showed the director like a score that he wrote for Godzilla, and the director was like, all right, do you want to do this with a big melody? And he goes, yes, yes, and then he made this, and I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. King Kong, he has a pretty good score too. Both of their scores are fantastic, and I listened to the soundtrack the other day. I thought it was phenomenal. I listened to it like when it first came out, then I listened to it when I watched the movie, then I listened to it after, and I was like, oh, this is great, I will say, though, the Ape cast, and that really is, Kyle Chandler, I wish he had a bigger role in the movie. I do like how, like, there is a billionaire that wants to save the world, but at the same time, it kind of reminds you of, like, haven't we had this cliche before? I mean, just like in Batman vs Superman, only he was a nut job, but Lex Luthor was a nut job. This guy, you actually could undersee like this point. And literally, this movie was like 2 points away from being Pacific Rim. Like literally, I was thinking of like Pacific Rim. Like, okay, so you're gonna get a giant robot like in Pacific Rim? And I'm like, I don't even understand why we need a giant robot like looking like a dinosaur. Why not one that looks like a soldier? Or why not one that looks like, I don't know, anything else besides Godzilla? I mean, but I'm like, okay. I mean, but I understand they're trying to reference the old movie with Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. And I appreciated that. Even though I didn't care much for the design of Mechagodzilla, I still appreciated that they used the reference and stuff in that movie. And I thought that was pretty clever. Alright, so now here is... That's what I liked about the movie. I'm going to tell you now what I hate. And it's going to be a lot. Okay, first off, I thought the Hollow Earth was stupid. Hollow Earth... The whole subplot, okay, and I've already ranted before, but yeah, it is basically like the movie's trying to teach you like on a science expedition, but then it becomes Transformers: The Last Night, and like halfway through the mission, it's almost like they were writing a scientific thing. They're like, oh yeah, we're getting there, and then Warner Brothers was like, or Legendary was like, listen, you can't. This is a big summer blockbuster action movie. You cannot make it like a thinking movie, okay? We tried it with Tenet and it didn't work. We need a big movie that summer. But we have this cool idea with stuff like Hollow Earth Theory. No, you need a big action. Well, what do you want us to do? Introduce a magic hammer. Avengers Endgame came out and they had a magic hammer and people loved it. You introduce a magic hammer. Okay. Magic hammer. Why are we... Terry, why are we introducing a magic hammer? I don't know. Just make it work. I don't know. Like... But this movie's based on science, you know, and theories. Why are we introducing magic in this movie? I don't know. What are you going to tell the execs are going to fire us or bring somebody else on? And there's... Kong has a magic hammer and uses it to fight Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. Like, I mean, seriously, I understand, yeah, and I understand. Like, I understand that it's useful and stuff, but I'm just like... I didn't buy the magic hammer subplot. Or, I didn't buy the Hollow Earth. Like, they just fall into a Hollow Earth, and it's like, oh, it's a hidden Earth beneath the Earth. And I'm just like, and Kong's gonna stay there now? And I'm just thinking, oh, okay, how are you gonna get back and forth, okay, first off? And then, because Godzilla drills a hole in there. Alright, so you're gonna use that hole as an elevator now or something? Or are you just gonna plug it up? I mean, that makes no sense to me. And also, wouldn't it be very hot there if it's near the core of the Earth? I mean, just saying, it would be, everybody's sweating. And, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's some plots of ideas in this movie that just did not make sense to me at all. And I'm just sitting there going, this is stupid. Also there is a... They use kind of a similar idea they did for King of the Monsters. Okay, in King of the Monsters, Godzilla, they need a nuclear bomb to, like, recharge Godzilla because he's dying. Okay? Well, in this movie... They need to lay one of the ship and make like because Kong is defeated, so they need to make a ship on there and blow it up on his chest, which would have killed him probably, by the way, and blew a freaking hole in his heart. But they use that and they blow it up, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm back again!" You know, I'm just thinking, well, that's such bullshit. Like, I was calling bullshit in the movie. My aunt was like, stop saying that. I'm like, but it's bullshit. I'm like, bullshit. Like, I was saying that so much that I literally was getting cotton mouth from saying it, okay? Like, and also, I did not care for Skarsgård, okay? I mean, I'm glad they did not have, like, a romance interest in the movie. I thought Eliza Gonzalez as the daughter reminded me of Prometheus in a way, but at the same time, I actually like Eliza Gonzalez. I loved her in the From Dusk Till Dawn TV series, and I thought she was fantastic in Baby Driver, and I'm glad that she is being in this movie. I really thought she was clever in this movie, even though she's the bad guy of the daughter that we've seen before in movies. I thought, you know, she was, you know, or the bad girl of the daughter, sorry. And, you know, I thought she was clever in this movie, and I thought she was interesting. I like when that twist came, I didn't see it coming, you know, but, you know, and then when I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And, you know, and I thought it was interesting, you know, and I wish they would expand it on her role more, which she did say there was a lot of stuff that was cut, like Lance Harrison, who only has like 1 scene or 2 scenes in the movie, said a lot of his stuff was cut for runtime. So, and Eliza Gonzalez said there was a whole backstory that really was cut from the movie, and I really hope that we get to see like a director's cut of this movie one day. Maybe that'll make the movie better. I mean, maybe that's just my problem with the movie is I did not like it because there was so much cut from the movie. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's stuff that would explain the Hollow Earth stuff more. I mean, but all in all, I mean, this movie, really, I mean, it's a ridiculous popcorn flick. It's just a bunch of, like, it's basically, to me, it's like Pacific Rim Uprising, It's a bunch of monsters hitting each other and buildings falling down, and at the end they save the day and go, woohoo! And then everybody's all smart and clever. But yeah, it's just a popcorn, mindless flick. If you take the movie seriously, you're not going to have a good time. If you just treat it like it's a mindless action movie with dumb characters and meaningless plot that makes no sense, you're going to have a good time with it. All in all, I'm going to give this movie a D+. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to do a review. I'm doing a review on all the Mortal Kombat movies. I'm doing Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I might even do Mortal Kombat Scorpio's Revenge. I'm debating on whether people want that or not. And I'm leading up to the new movie, Mortal Kombat 2021, coming next week. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you like it, just give this video a thumbs up. That's all I ask. Just a thumbs up. And if you like what you see, you can fall down the rabbit hole for more. Bye. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it.